Hey there, travelers! I'm so excited to show you this week's animal. This week we're talking about one of the 6 largest snakes in the world. We're talking about the Burmese python. The Burmese python is the largest of the subspecies Indian python. Most commonly measuring in at about 16 feet, they can actually exceed 22 feet in captivity. That's like 3 travs long. And because their body is so long, their organs are also long. And unlike most snakes that only have 1 lung, the Burmese python has 2 lungs, one of which is considerably smaller than the other one. And Burmese pythons are constrictors, which means they squeeze their prey, cutting off all oxygen intake, resulting in asphyxiation. In other words, they hug you to death. Like other constrictors, they have no fangs, but they do have backward curving teeth, which latch onto their prey, not allowing it to escape. Their diet usually consists of mammals, birds, and reptiles. And in the wild, a snake doesn't eat every day. A typical day in the life of a Burmese python starts off with a nice morning sun bath, enabling them to move around and search for food. Aw man, time to go slither. If they're successful in their hunt for prey and lucky enough to eat, the Burmese python will spend the next couple of days or even weeks keeping warm enough to digest their food. The prey is swallowed whole, the jaws unhinged, allowing it to take in animals up to 4 to 5 times its head. A snake would make for a pretty awkward dinner date. Psst, your jaw's unhinged. Pretty awkward. Females are the larger of the 2 sexes, usually having a different coloration and a smaller head in comparison to their body size. A female may lay as much as 100 eggs during March or April, but the average clutch is typically around 35 eggs. Now, unlike most snakes, a Burmese python female will coil around their eggs and stay with them until they hatch. This can take up to 2 or more months, and they don't eat during this time.
It's been about 2 months. I sure am hungry.
Burmese pythons actually incubate their eggs by raising the temperature within the coils up to 7 degrees higher than the air temperature. This is accomplished by frequent hiccuping or muscle spasms.
Muscle spasm's my middle name, brother!
The little baby Burmese python's about a foot long when they hatch, and they have to fend for themselves immediately. Burmese pythons are naturally found in southern China, Burma, Indochina, and Thailand. Burmese pythons primarily live in rainforests near streams. However, they can live in a variety of habitats, including grasslands, marshes, swamps, and even rocky foothills. Populations are dependent on a permanent source of water. Now, despite being listed as vulnerable by the IUCN, the Burmese python is actually an invasive species in the Florida Everglades. Too often, people that have them as pets grow tired of how big they get, so they just let them off into the wild where they become a serious problem. Now, this isn't good, as invasive species can disrupt the natural ecosystem. An invasive species might prey upon native species, outcompeting the locals for food, resources, and water. It adds a straining loop to the natural food chain of that environment. The Burmese python was first spotted in the Florida Everglades in the early 1980s, but wasn't declared an invasive species until the early 2000s. The Burmese python has been linked to population declines in rabbits and coyotes, and have even been known to eat alligators, the native apex predator. This led to the importation of Burmese pythons into the United States being banned in 2012. Moral of the story, love your pet as much as I love Norman. Thanks for checking us out this week, travelers. This week's animal was brought to us by our own Jason Homer, who wrote in to asktravstravels@gmail.com. If there's any animal you want to learn more about, make sure to send us an email. If you want to learn more about invasive species, or what to do if you see a Burmese python, check out travstravels.org and visit our Facebook and Twitter page. Keep on traveling, travelers.